Can you give me one moment? I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. It's dangerous way.
Usually I'm pretty good all day, but for some reason it's definitely toasty now.
Toastier?
Ooh. Alright. We're back. What's up, Rosie? I'm glad it started working. No, you're good. I know StreamYard's being buggy today. Have you been able to see kind of what we've been... You see that bone?
Okay.
What do you think?
I haven't been down here yet, so this is
Okay.
also a pretty interesting view.
Okay.
Because I saw, like, that's it. Like, that's that wall, the
Right.
drop that I was telling you about. But you can still go up there and sand. And it's probably like this much that you can...
Well, this is what I was kind of thinking after they found him. I kind of thought about it a little bit before, but the main thing was that one. But look, yeah, you guys can see see this part right here? That's the dirt part, Silky, where I walked out on.
I'll go there.
Right?
And stay.
So look at how much room. Look at how much room there is before you even get there. Plus, look at all of the foliage that would have broke some kind of the gravitational force to actually make it into the water.
So this is what I meant. Like,
all right.
it's kind of like over there in that other spot where it's like terraining down like this. It's kind of like that up there too. Because you can stand flat on the dirt up there and look up.
Yeah, you can. There is a flat ridge that goes along the wall there. This is what I was kind of thinking, because it was actually no parking. So over here, right here is if you fell. Well, see, you still got the brush right here though.
Yeah.
So even if you did fall from that corner, I guess there's a clear area right here. Maybe this is where But then again, could it have been down more that way that he would have? Well, here, let me climb up this way. It'll probably be better if I go this way. So, alright. So right here is underneath, right directly underneath that corner.
So
This right here maybe, but I don't know, that's still, say you fell right here. Right, say you fell right here. That's still quite a bit of distance to have to roll into the water to actually be taken downstream.
At a height of 6'6" and what, 165 pounds?
It doesn't, it's almost like if you fell, you might land here, roll a couple times,
But
and you'll be
some
by the
get
shore.
caught. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even over there, like, there's no way from the, it's just, and then all of this stuff, none of this looks like anyone fell.
No.
Or
Yeah.
broke or brushed.
Yeah, that's a good point, Silky. If you look at all this brush
Winery.
and the vines,
One of the trees.
that doesn't, where would he have fallen in?
And there's like a path here, which is interesting.
So right down here is where they found the car.
Right here,
Yeah, right here.
before the,
Yeah,
okay.
right around here is where they found it.
Okay.
I don't know, it doesn't.
So what's directly above us here?
So if we, I guess if we look between, because I got ratchet straps too, I'm going to climb out there and try and get over the edge. So it's between the two things sticking, or number 2 and 3.
Okay.
It's sticking out between 2 and 3 up there. So basically if I get in between those, look straight down, but still I just, you look at how much room is here. Let me back up to go against the wall. Look, here, I'll even, this is against the wall. I don't see how somebody, if you did, it's almost like somebody would have had to run at you and push you off.
Yep.
Really.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you don't have that
I
momentum.
just thought about that. Like,
Yeah.
as you were saying it, I was like, how would you though?
Yeah, because then if you are pushing somebody off, oh, your balance is already, you would have ended up with him, I would think.
At that, yeah.
If you're trying to push somebody with that much force, because that decline up there is crazy too.
This is what it's found.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this little trail.
Okay.
And see
Yeah.
if I can see.
What's up?
Oh, it's just woods.
Oh, you know what? You know what? You know what? With how close it is to that camp right around the corner, and how easy it is to come down here and go down there. Because here, I'm going to show you guys again. Look at, I gotta be quiet a little bit so just for everybody. I'm going to go around the corner of the stone wall, okay? And I want to show you guys how close it is and how easy it is that it would be for somebody to just walk down here and put them out there. Hold on, give me 1 second. See what I'm saying? Do you guys see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the only way I see him. I don't know how other way. Because it... Look from the side view. And then you can see her in view. That's a lot of room, you guys. Because yeah, this ain't nothing. This is not bad at all to walk down and then really open area.
Got a lot of questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is very bizarre.
I don't know. I just don't understand how else he ends up in that water. Because he would have, if anything, these rocks at the shore would have even stopped him.
And that's what I was thinking the last time I was up here. I was like, I was just looking around like, how? Trying to ask myself more questions of like what the possibility could be.
Right. It just doesn't. Being down here, like from up there, it makes it appear like it's just a few feet. But being down here, it's way,
And
it's
I think
way
it's
bigger than
important
what.
for people to see this.
Yeah.
Because when you're up there, it just looks like
Yeah.
a straight drop into the water.
Yeah.
But that is not at all.
No. There's way too much room down here. Thank you very much for
Yeah.
coming down here with us. I don't know. This right here, seeing this,
Raises some more questions.
you know what I mean? And maybe since he still had his shirt on,
Yeah.
maybe that's why the card was found right here, is because they were bringing him down and maybe they didn't notice the card came out. Maybe they just checked his pants pocket. Speculation.
All speculation.
Maybe they just checked his pants pockets and didn't think there was anything in there. And like I said before, there's a head injury. Maybe something happened extra and they were like, shit. And in the... Go ahead, what? Yeah. Did they find his wallet?
All of his belongings, including the phone, the watch, wallet, as far as they've released,
Right.
as far as what they've told us. Phone, watch, wallet, and clothes were still on person.
Really? So, that's interesting. The wallet, too. Because the family friend did an interview and he was talking about how he told all of the boys to put their stuff up front, and so when he said somebody sent him a picture of the shirt Riley was wearing that night, he was proud because Riley listened to him and put his stuff in his front pocket, but his wallet was with him. So that's not a sign of any robbery, because then you would take the watch and the phone and the wallet.
I mean, the watch
Right.
and the phone still being on him, and then the bank card being on the river is just proof that,
Maybe-
it was not a robbery.
He just...
Or it could have
What?
been a robbery gone wrong.
Wouldn't they have taken his wallet and... you know?
Yeah. Unless there's nothing in the wallet except the one
Right.
card. Which I highly doubt.
What the hell was that?
It was across the river.
Oh. It doesn't make sense to me, like that. Now that doesn't make sense, because if he was found with all those items, then... So then with his card being here, he would have had to. I just don't... How do you fall that far? I mean, because you gotta have, what, another 4 or 5 feet from the shore until you actually probably
touch the water.
right before you could really
we were
even
like what, probably if it was flat, maybe a couple yards, 1 or 2.
right.
1 or 2 yards.
So I just don't.
And even okay. So I speculated, you know, he fell in.
Right.
And then I like came to my conclusions after I came over here, and I was like, dude, he didn't just fall into this river. So now it's like, okay, his body has been found in the river, but I've been to this area directly, and there's no way you could just fall into the river. So now I'm trying to like run all these possibilities through my mind of, well, maybe did he willingly come down here and just it was some accident and he lost his footing, and then I still raise the question of the bank card. But the bank card could have been as simple as it was loose and it came out. But the biggest question is, how the hell did he get in the water?
Right. From any of these spots, all the way down.
And when you're drunk and as inebriated or maybe even possibly drugged, as someone in that video to look, even if he was just stumbling around, he still would have not ended up in the water. Like, if he lost his footing and slid, something would have stopped him. This is not like one of those things where you roll.
Yeah, and I don't know how, if you do lose your balance, how you lose your balance that much to create that much momentum to get you all the way that far in the water where you're being taken off.
Yeah.
Unless, could it have been like this? Maybe he did fall from up there. He fell here. He landed right here because he had a previous injury. Maybe somebody from up there was coming down here and don't notice that he was gone, and they didn't want people to think that they were the ones that did it, and so they just put him in the water and said, I'll take my chances. I don't. Other than that.
Well, see, this part right here is like the wooded area. So, because when you go up there, right, you see the camp. So this is like woods right here. So he didn't fall from here. Unless he just stumbled through the woods. And also his last ping is on the other end of the bridge.
Right, yeah, that is true. It's on the other end.
It's on the other side.
Right, the other side.
Not this side.
Yeah.
So the question still stands.
How did the card get here? Yeah. Off the bridge?
You know, I was thinking that earlier. I was just brushing my teeth, running scenarios in my head. I was like, what if we tried to monkey bar across the bridge?
For real?
You never know. I mean, and I say that because, and one thing I noticed that a lot of people have been talking about is the video where he was running through the parking lot.
Yeah.
As a 24-year-old, that is just, and I'm sure anyone else, maybe even older than me, can contest to this. You just want to be active when you're drunk. You run around, you do stuff, like you get, too ahead of yourself, you fall, whatever. And you just, I grew up with brothers, so whenever my brothers would drink or just do something, they always wanted to do push-up contests. And these are like frat guys. So it's like, maybe, I'm not ruling anything out, like, you never know, but I also don't know how low those rapids are to do that.
Right.
And if that was the case, I'm gonna go ahead and cancel out my own thought. He would have broken something if he fell.
Well, this is what I wonder then.
There's the barge.
This is what I wondered. What if, because he was pinged at the other he was pinged on the other side, which is where the stairs are at to get up to the bridge. What if the reason his card fell here was because he was walking across the bridge, looked over, maybe it came out?
That's possible.
Kept walking down that way, wanted to look over again.
Yeah.
Would he be, with how tall he was, is that ledge up there on that bridge going to prevent somebody? from falling over with him being that tall?
I mean,
Do you think maybe he might have fallen over by just looking over the edge?
I wouldn't be able to answer that question until I saw an autopsy or heard the autopsy report. Because I also feel like if you're falling from that height, you would have damage. Smacking concrete, yeah.
Right.
You're gonna have damage, and it's not just gonna be like water in the lungs or anything like that.
Right.
It's gonna be more. I mean, with his height, it's possible. I feel like.
And maybe the wind might have picked up the debit as it was falling. Because what if the debit card fell out of his pocket as he was falling, and the wind kind of, you know, pushed it over to the leaves when he ended up. Maybe he looked right there. I wonder if there's any broken branches or limbs hanging on that tree or something. Right? Ooh, there is. There's a fucking snap branch right there.
Yeah, you see it?
Yeah, it's snapped. Hold on, and that's a big one too. Right? See that snap branch right there?
There's that big one over there that like, so it's like this.
Yeah.
And there's one that like points out. If you look on that second one there, that one's broken too. It's hanging down. Do you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit, look. Hold on, let me get rid of this. I mean, I don't know if this tree is rotting or not, but dude, that's got to be a. Let me look at my hand.
It's got blooms on it.
That's got to be like a. Oh, it's got blooms on it too.
You see the green?
Yeah. So that means that it's got to be. What would you say? Like 5 inches wide? 4 or 5 inches wide?
Probably like this fist.
4?
Yeah.
So you got this one that's snapped right. Let's see.
It's hard.
That one that's snapped right there.
Yeah.
And then see this one right next to it? That's snapped too. I'll try and get as close as I can. Whoa!
Oh, you're caught.
Shit. All right, hold on.
Here.
It's steep here. Thank you. Hold on. Whew. Give me 1 second. Let's get resituated.
Well, proof of the pudding. You see how you just slid and you caught yourself.
Yep. All right. Let's get you. I'm gonna try and get back up there and see if I can. You might. Oh, you're by the bag,
yeah,
right?
She wouldn't
So
be able to see it. It sits lower on the bank. You can take a picture of it and zoom in and see what we can do with that.
I might. I know I have it on my GoPro, but I won't be able to get to it until. Here, I'll pull this down to you.
Okay, so you're holding like this.
There you go. If you guys want to take a screenshot too.
Okay.
All right.
So landscaping.
So there's that. I'll try and hold it still, and then she took a photo. All right, and then here's the photo.
So there's the snapped.
There's the snapped one on the left.
And then if you go directly down, that one's snapped too.
There's another snapped one. So that right there is right there. I wonder. Because then if you're falling forward, maybe your debit card does come out as soon as you fall or shortly after.
Or maybe the
in a
reason
gust
why
of
you went
wind
over is because you're looking over and your debit card fell and you're like, oh shit, my debit card.
Yeah. Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're leaning over, like she said, you're leaning over, and maybe your debit card slipped out, and then you went to reach for it because it fell out of your pocket as you were looking over, and then you fall over. Hit a branch, kerplunk, and that's how the card ends up there. That's the only thing
That's possible. But
What?
logic stands. The last ping was on that side.
Yeah.
We do know that.
How
We
many
do have
times in
that.
between? How many times would, or how much time would be between a ping? It would. It's constant though, right?
For the most part, like, I mean, I have been following my friends and lose them in traffic, and I have their location on Find My Location, and I just click directions to them, and it just keeps updating
Yeah.